Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Soul Freedom Journeys. Welcome, Byron Romano. How are you?
I'm excellent and welcome back to this episode. Today I'm broadcasting from Singapore and I'm just a few minutes away from leaving for a beautiful week in Bintan at the Club Med, celebrating
Nice.
my wife Melinda's birthday, an exciting time this coming week.
Great. Talking about freedom, right? Yeah.
Yes, time
Yeah.
freedom.
Time freedom. That's right. So today we're going to talk about one of the keys. This is a soul-based key for freedom. And we're going to talk also about one of the biggest stoppers.
Hmm.
What do you think that is, Byron? What's what's
Hmm.
the most from enjoying freedom?
I would have to say, based on my experience, it's ourselves. It's
Yeah.
like I stop myself from enjoying freedom.
Yes, that's right. And let's just go deeper. And actually, for you, the viewer, beautiful viewer who's with us, thank you for being part of our community. So the question is also for you: what in your experience has stopped you the most? Right? At times where you said, for example, "Oh, I'm actually launching this project. I want to give my health an upgrade, etc., etc., etc." There could be many things, right? I want to go on a holiday, etc. So, what has stopped you really? Yes, it's ourselves, but we just take a look deeper. What would that be? It's a three-letter word.
I know, and it's funny because, I think in Greek, it's if I had to say myself in Greek, I would say ego.
Uh huh. Yes.
And I think
Yeah.
if you transliterate that back to Latin, ego, ego, ego.
Hey, yes, the ego self. That's right. Yeah. And we have to talk about this part of the structure. I mean, the ego is not you, right? But it's a structure that has been given to you to navigate the waters of life. We will be elaborating more and more about this topic because in one episode, it just won't be enough time, right? But just if you're not so familiar about ego or you have certain ideas about ego, well, we invite you to put those ones aside so then you are, you're open to fresher ideas. How about that? So how has been your experience, Byron, with ego and stopping you from really, doing what you love or achieving something that you really wanted? How has been
Mm.
your experience?
Well, I'll summarize it with a funny expression that I heard once. Since we're jumping from one language to another, so I started with Greek. Now let me switch over to Latinized Latin American English.
Mhm.
My ego is not my amigo.
Yeah, that's a good one. I remember when you said that to me. I just crack up. Yeah, that's true. Ego's not your amigo.
Yeah,
No
so that's
way.
been my experience. Is like, on one hand, I attach so much importance to what is being said, and then I realize, wow, this thing is really tripping me up all the time.
Yes. And the tripping could be just so, it just can happen just so suddenly. Usually happens like that, right? We
Yeah,
can be so, like, say, we may think that we are actually flowing and everything is perfect. And in the least expected moment, boom, kicks in and knocks us out, right?
yeah. So the place where it trips me up the most is procrastination.
Mm,
Like, I just need to start something, and I can feel all this resistance. And at the end of the day, the only reason I'm held back is because my ego is telling me, well, if you start this, it has to be done right from the first go. You can't make mistakes. Why
yeah.
don't I just start it? Even if I'm completely off track, I'll discover that I'm off track, right? So I'll just have to go back and start again. But at least I would have done something. I can
Yeah.
spend sometimes weeks not starting something just because I'm afraid of not doing it right.
Yeah. So that was your experience from the past, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then since you got more in touch with your soul,
Mm.
learning about ego, learning about soul. How's your experience with procrastination now?
It's a lot better. I can't say it's 100% gone, but it's a lot better now. I will follow my intuition and just take that first step. And even if
Uh,
it's not the correct one, at least I've gotten somewhere. And usually that usually opens the door to the second step.
nice, 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 nice. Thank you. Thank you for sharing about that. And actually, in my experience, the way that ego would trip me was by jumping from one thing to another. Yeah.
Mm.
So I was the kind of person that I will get to do a lot of things. And then by doing many things, then I will get overwhelmed and then not finish all of them. So that's how actually ego can really, get a grip on us, because it makes us think that, yeah, that's a great idea. And
Hmm.
as Byron said, well, ego's not your amigo, right? Amigo, by the way, friend, right? Right? It's it's the opposite, right? Now I'm gonna throw some Spanish here. Enemigo. That's the opposite to amigo. It's the enemy, right? Well, we can think of it as an enemy as well, but later I will actually share more about how actually ego maybe is not really an enemy. And if we treat that ego as an enemy, something can happen that it may not be the greatest things for us. But
Hmm.
later on another episode, we're just taking, one step at a time. So yeah, the jumping. And I wonder, how is it for you guys? You who is actually watching this video, paying attention, taking your notes, right? How is it for you? How does ego get on your way? And are you willing to start, you know, taking a step back, really pausing, observing, so then that ego structure will not be your enemigo, right? And it won't be tripping you over, right? Because time is so precious, time is one of those assets that we cannot really take back. That's the thing here, I mean, we are playing on this three-dimensional, right, arena, right, where we can say, unfortunately, right, we can just take time back, piece it, cut and paste. Can't do that, right? Yeah. So what's your take from this, just this little sharing, right, about how ego actually gets on your way? So I invite you to make a pause on the video and take some notes and then come back, because it is important that you take this time with us as a time for expansion. So if you are listening to the podcasting and you're driving your car, perhaps you can take your notes when you get home. Okay. But do take notes, because it will it will get something inside of you. Your juices will start getting activated. Yeah, because the thing is, this is all about shifting your awareness, shifting your consciousness, because we want more freedom for you. So Byron, tell me, so what do you think is the number one soul-based key that we can actually share with our friends today? Because in the previous episode we mentioned about sharing soul-based keys.
Hmm.
So yeah, we talk about a little bit about ego, we're talking about soul. This is actually one of the soul qualities, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Soul base key that would be attached to freedom, correct?
Yeah, it has to do
Mm.
with freedom. And we can
Yeah.
say it's actually one of the foundations for
Mm.
freedom.
I would have to say equanimity.
Yes.
Yeah, equanimity.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. Equanimity. How do you experience equanimity, Byron?
I will give a very simple example.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do a breathing technique called 7 rounds of 7,
Okay.
and it's also known as box breathing.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole idea is to inhale, hold the breath, exhale, hold the breath, and repeat 7 times. And when I finish that process, I feel equanimous. It's like
Could
there's
you
there's there's a sense of serenity and connection that comes out of that breathing exercise.
Oh, please share. Could you share with us?
The breathing exercise itself?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very simple.
We all
Okay.
follow Byron.
Okay.
Go ahead,
It's very
Byron.
simple. So everybody close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let it out. And now inhale for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we would repeat and start all over for another 6 rounds.
Thank you. Could you guide us through it?
Would you like me to go for the 7 rounds?
Yeah. Actually, the question is, what about people who are not used to breathing techniques? Could they do, say, 4 breathings and then they build to, say, they
This
do
is
4,
this
4,
this
4,
this is
they
not
build up to
difficult.
7? Yeah.
Inhaling on 7 is not difficult. In fact, a lot of us naturally can inhale on 8 and exhale on 8. So going to 7 hasn't been a problem. I've seen hundreds of people do this, and you get it from the first attempt.
Okay. All right. Well, just in case, if some of you are not used to breathing exercises and you want to do this, you can perhaps start just with, 4 counts, 5 counts, and then just build up to the complete 7. So back to you, Byron. Guide us, please.
Okay,
Back to
everybody.
equanimity.
Yes, everybody get comfortable. Now, ideally, if you are going to do this, seated is the most comfortable position. However, I have also done this on the train standing up. As long as you're holding on to something so you don't fall over, it's fine.
Good.
So first, exhale, and let's begin. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And release. You are now peaceful and equanimous.
Wow. Thank you. That felt amazing. I wonder how was it for you on the other side of this screen? Please make sure that you leave your comments. And if you have any questions, please make sure that you write it down. And this actually comes with practice. So if you happen to find yourself kind of not being able to catch up with the breath, know that with practice you will get it. Is that right, Byron?
That's correct. And also another tip to help people not get lost in the counting. I usually use my fingers to make sure that I'm, doing around 1, 2, 3. So like I hold one finger until I finish, and then I hold the second finger, the third finger. So eventually you get to the 7 fingers, and then you've done 7. And another technique that you could use also is record yourself doing exactly just this, and then play back your recording with your voice, or you can use our recording of what we just did and just play it over and over and over again.
Nice. Great. Great, 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 great. So this, you call this the 7
rounds of 7.
7 rounds of 7. Okay, so I'm gonna write it here.
And I give thanks to Tyler Tolman, from whom I learned this.
Nice, nice. So here is, guys, for equanimity, which is key number 1 for your soul-based freedom. Then you can actually practice this wonderful technique that Byron just said, 7 rounds of 7. Got it? So on the next episode, we will share about the second key for soul-based freedom. So make sure that you catch the next video. And I wonder if you already watched the first one. So we are actually just started this community. We're fairly new, but our commitment is actually to bring keys and tools and useful information so that you can expand on your freedom, your soul-based freedom. So Byron, is there anything that you want to share with our beautiful audience before we say see you till next episode?
I just want to share that our trip in July is starting to take shape, and the itinerary I think is almost finalized. So just I know I'm teasing people by saying this, but not even telling them anything in particular. But eventually, wait for the announcement. Just block your calendars for the middle weeks of July. From July 7th to July 26th, if those of you that want to join us for the whole adventure. And then we'll give you information as it becomes available.
Yes. Well, actually, part 1 starts from July 8th to the 18th. We're going to do some sailing across one of the most spectacular parts of the planet that gives a lot of beautiful scenery and beautiful adventure. Just so we're teasing you that we will share with you pretty soon. And, thank you so much, my beloved Romano Byron Nifakis.
And thank you so much, my beloved Sismana Giselle Gianella.
So we will see you on the next episode. Oh, please make sure that you give this video thumbs up. What else? Click on the
subscribe button. Yes.
Subscribe button, all that stuff.
Yes. Caress the like button, subscribe, make love to the subscribe button.
Yeah, well, it does help us. Oh, by the way, I think we said that on the previous episode. Actually, in order for us to broadcast live, we do need to have a certain amount of subscribers, and I think it's over 100 or something like that. So we are on subscriber number, I think 17. Yay, we're growing.
Yes.
So yeah, so by the time that we have launched the video, I really hope that there are many more. So thank you so much, and we will see you on the next episode.
Yay!
Ciao.
Ciao!